Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here it's Kobe. I want to start this video off by saying thank you to Officer 401 for the shout out in his latest video. And I'm sorry I can't remember you guys' names. To the subscribers who came over from his channel. So thank you for guys for joining, and thank you 401 for the shout out. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the sushi. Today it's a little different. I'm gonna do a story time ish of a video, and I'm gonna really talk about the time I fought you could say, high school wrestler in my old high school. And this is how it went. So, a little backstory. Me and this guy did not like each other. He was always talking smack about a lot of different things. I have very strong, very opinionated feelings about. Me and him have gotten into it before, just a little bit. Never got physical. There was always a few words. We would walk away. But this one day, he decides to get up and pretty much try to. He stands his ground, which was very surprising from. Yes, he was a high school wrestler. But he never really wanted to fight me, and I'll do a separate video on why he never wanted to fight me. And he got up in my face, and we were exchanging some words. I gotta think of a name for this guy. We could call him Big Boy. So Big Boy and I are standing in the middle of the gym, and there's about, I'd say about 70 to 100 people around us, including my best friend, two girls I was hanging out with, him, and then his kind of clique, gang, whatever you want to call them. And Big Boy gets in my face and says, what in the devil are you going to do about it? Which it pissed me off pretty bad. And, I decide to say some talk shit about his family. Didn't go over so well. A few more words were exchanged between me and Big Boy. Finally, he says something really personal, really something you should not say to anyone. And I shove him. He kind of stumbles back because he did not expect the shove, and I swing on him. And as I swing on him, he he just stands there. He stands there because one of the girls I was hanging out with stuck in between me and him. A little kind of pause here. Height-wise, he was a good 1.3 taller than I was. I was 5'9", dude. Big Boy was probably 6'3". 6'2", 6'3". He was old, definitely taller than I was at the time. And the girl who stepped in between us was probably 3 or 4 inches shorter than I was. So she was probably 4'4" or 5'4", 5'5", somewhere around there. And she steps in between us. I'm pretty much swinging on the dude when she steps in between us, and my best friend, who was again smaller than I was, probably 5'6", 5'7". Yeah, because I was 5'8", 5'9" at the time. Point is, me and him were the tallest people in this situation, and my best friend and the girl were not nearly tall enough to be getting in between me and him. I wish I could say the exact words I had said and he had said, so it's a lot more understandable, but I would be demonetized, so I cannot. So I'm fist clenched, arm raised, about to nail this guy, probably up her chest, when she steps in between, the lady steps in between us. And she tells me to stop, you shouldn't do this, it's not worth it, da 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 da. I tell her to move out of the way, except not so kindly, and use the word I should not have said to her. And I'm still at this point I'm mid-swing. I was already pretty much swinging at this point. And my best friend jumps in and hooks his arm around my hand as I'm coming up to take him. So he kind of hooks around my swinging hand and throws himself backwards to pull me away from him. And the girl also kind of gives me a shove, so I'm not close to him, and Big Boy's crew comes and pulls him away from us, away from me. So we got we were probably a foot within distance. We were in each other's faces. And now we have about 8 or 10 spaces, our feet between us. And again, some words are still being thrown here and there. And my best friend and the girl are trying to get me as far away from him as possible, because they know I was going and will swing on him if I got close to him. For the reason of what he said, talking smack about some I'm strongly opinionated about, and told him to not talk about in front of me. Continued to still talk about it. Pretty much why me and him darn near got into a fist fight in the middle of gym classes, because he was talking smack about something he shouldn't have, and again, some I feel strongly about, and so did a lot of other people at the time, and it's still a very big deal, and I still feel heavily strong about. I just don't go swinging on people who talk shit about it anymore, or crap about it. So yeah, that's pretty much the story, or mumbled story of me fighting the school wrestler a few years back. And now if you're wondering, yes, I was, for the guys who have been around a longer time, This was back in Del Rio. I think I still have some videos up from when I was over there. So this is a good 2.5, 3 years ago. And so it was a while ago. I've obviously matured. I've obviously not been in any fistfights since then. And yeah. And again, I want to say thank you to 401 for the shout out. Really appreciate it. I was jumping up and down and screaming like a little girl when I heard it in your video, so I wish someone caught my reaction. And thank you for the subscribers who came over and checked out my channel and subscribed because of him, so I appreciate it. I hope that sushi was damn good, and keep doing what you're doing. Talk to you guys later. Kobe out.